Hello friends, welcome to GCA. Hope you all are doing good and your preparation is going fine. So today the video is related to core of signals and this is going to be my 8th video in the regimental series. And before that I have already made videos on armored corps, artillery, mechanized infantry, engineers, EME. And if you have not watched these videos, the link is available in the I button. So in this video, like the previous video, I'm going to cover up everything related to core of signals, like the role of core of signals, then brief history, then the role in wars, and finally, who all can join the core of signals. So again, without wasting any time, let us start. So let us first talk about the role of signals. So the core of signals is a combat supporting arm of the Indian Army and it is responsible for military communications, that is for providing full-scale communications and electronic warfare support for the army, and in some cases the operational connectivity for the navy as well as for the air force. And the main role of the signals is to establish an integrated communication and intelligence network system between the headquarters and the troops fighting on the ground. And the core of signals is also responsible for the cyber security of the nation. Now the signals are known as the nerves of the army because they play a major role both during war as well as during the peace times, and they are called as the nerves because the way the nerves in our body play an important role, because the nerves in our body connect our brain to the various organs, and then it is through the nerves that our brain receives inputs from the various organs. So similarly the signals works in the same manner. The headquarter level, basically the generals, they are the brains of the army and they receive input from the troops that are fighting on the ground, and then from the information obtained from the troops they convert those into the action plans. So that is why they are called as the nerves of the army. Now the signals, they are present at every level, both in war, in peace times, and there are various signal detachment companies that are attached with other combat elements, like with the artillery also, with the infantry also, and with the mechanized infantry also. So the signalers are known as the information warriors because in the current scenario there is a very less chance for conventional war to take place because the warfare has transformed into technological warfare, and we are now undergoing a major transition from the platform centric operations to the network centric operations. And signals, which is from last many decades known for transfer of information, so the information is the new currency of warfare today, so because of which they are known as the warriors of the future, that is the information warriors. Now in the coming years they have a much greater role to play because the future battles will be short, intense, and will be fought with greater transparency. So therefore our communication networks must be secure and robust and should allow the huge amount of data transfer at a very high speed, because in the future battle the targets of the army will be either enemy's command and control center or the infrastructure related to communication. So therefore there is a need for maintaining a continuous availability of information so that a better integration can be maintained between the headquarters and the troops fighting on the ground. Now let us talk about different ways of signaling from last many centuries. So the signals, they have undergone the process of evolution because of the transformation of information technology. The earlier methods of signaling was through sight and sound. Then the primitive men, they discovered the sound of bell and drum is much faster than the human voice. Then they switched to the visual signals in the form of by keeping smoke in a day and fire signals by night. Then the use of carrier pigeons, they become more popular. So the most important, that is the revolutionary step, was the advent of telegraph, and which had their major impact in army signal corps. Now let us talk about basic information about the core of signals of the Indian Army. So the core of signals of Indian Army is active since 1911 and their motto is Tivra Chaukas, which means swift and alert, and their training center is at Mau, which is called as the Military College of Telecommunication Engineering, and their war museum is situated at Jabalpur, where the One Signals Training Center is based. Now talking about some background about core of signals. So like I mentioned in core of engineers video, that core of signals was a part of core of engineers where the combat engineers were responsible for the information gathering. But it was finally in February 1911 when a notification was issued to carve out the core of signals from the core of engineers and to form it as a separate entity. So thereby on February 15, 1911, the core of signals was formed as a separate entity, and it played major contributions in World War I and World War II, and they celebrated their 100th anniversary in February 2010. So, during the period of 1965 and 1971, various efforts were made for modernizing the signal corps. Like the major efforts were on developing better radio sets and other equipments like cables, telephone, and especially the vehicles for carrying the equipments to the specific area of battlefield, basically with the aim of matching the readiness and mobility of the troops. Now, talking about the structure of Corps of Signals, so like others, the Corps of Signals is organized into officers, JCOs, and other ranks. Although the officers are not given the choice of choosing the respective trades, but the ORs, they are organized into various trades. For example, there is a ORL trade, there is a TS trade, and they are employed within their respective fields only. And the corps is organized structurally into various regiments and company, and each brigade has a signal company which is commanded by a major, while each division and corps has a signal regiment which is commanded by a colonel, similarly to other arms and services. And the Corps of Signal has the privilege of being the electronic warfare arm of the Indian Army because of the vast array of the computerized and state-of-art system. Now let us talk about the major equipment used by Corps of Signals. So the first one is mobile base transceiver station, and the second one is transportable satellite terminal system. Now let us discuss the modernization plan of Corps of Signals in brief. So the Corps of Signals is fully focused on equipping the state-of-art modern technologies, basically for meeting the requirements of the 21st century for the Indian Army. And the key areas where they are already, working is on exploiting the cellular radio, that is for both GSM and CDMA, then for mobile trunked radio, mobile satellite system, and along with it, the other areas where the Corps of Signal is focusing is on AREN, which is the Army Radio Engineered Network, and ASCON, that is the Army Static Switched Communication Network. So these are the other platforms where the Army is focusing. We are not going to discuss these here because these are of no use from the SSB point of view, and these will waste our time. So let us skip this. So now let us talk about the contributions and achievements of Corps of Signals. So the Corps of Signals played a major role, especially during the Kargil War, that is during the Operation Vijay, because they were lacking resources, and despite a number of challenges like the terrain was highly inhospitable, they provided speedy operational and communication to the fighting formations. And they also played a major role in gaining the information about the enemy's plans, especially in the Kargil sector. Similarly, they have been actively involved in rescue operations also, like during Malappa tragedy as a part of army rescue operations when the entire hilly region was cut off. So they quickly moved to communication detachments, and they provided important radio and satellite communication to that area. And similarly, during the Operation Sahitya, the radio detachments of the Corps of Signals, they were moved to the Bhubaneswar, basically to restore the communications. Now let us talk about who all can join the Corps of Signals. So the best thing is both boys and girls are eligible to join the Corps of Signals, but it is mainly through technical entries like TES entry, TGC entry, and SSC Tech entry. And yes, only the candidates of electronics communication and computer science branch are eligible. That is, if anyone is from branches like mechanical, civil, they are not eligible to join this Corps of Signals. So this is the condition for joining this corps. So this is all about today's video, and I hope you have gained something new today in a very short time, and hope this video will be beneficial for you, and this will help you for enhancing your knowledge related to the armed forces, and as well as it will be beneficial for you in SSB. So this is all about today. So till then, keep preparing, keep supporting. Best of luck for your SSB. God bless you.